Chosen one. This message is not for every eye or every spirit wandering across this world. Only those who walk in the divine path of the Most High should remain here. If someone is not aligned with God, if their heart is not anchored in truth, they will feel uncomfortable and drift away from this message. But you, the one whom God set apart long before you understood your own purpose, you will feel this in your spirit. This message has arrived in your life at the perfect moment, and heaven made sure it reached you, because what is about to be revealed will change the way you deal with people around you, especially those connected to your bloodline. Listen closely and do not miss a single word. Stay with me until the end, because there is something God needs you to see clearly, something that will protect your destiny and your peace in the days ahead. Before we go deeper, show your spiritual presence. Comment only one number, either 999. Let heaven recognize your agreement and your readiness. And chosen one, subscribe to Spirit Guide, tap the bell icon, and share this message so that every chosen soul receives what God is releasing today. What you are about to hear is not just information, it is divine protection spoken directly to your spirit.
Dear chosen one, are you walking the path of God but feeling a lack of guidance? Do you feel alone and isolated and want to know why God is doing this to you? We have built a community for the 144,000 chosen ones where you can watch our premium videos, get daily newsletters and prayer techniques to connect with God more deeply. You can also read blog posts and receive free ebooks to learn more about your journey. It will be your guide to walk the path of God and lead a life of faith and wisdom. More than 1,000 brothers and sisters have already joined, so don't miss out on today's daily guidance. Check out the link in the video description and join the 144,000 Chosen One community right now.
The divine warning. Why God is telling you to stop helping family. Chosen one. God is giving you a warning that carries weight far beyond what you have noticed in your daily life. This warning is not meant to frighten you, but to open your eyes to a spiritual reality that has been affecting your destiny for years. When heaven decides to speak about family, it is because the situation has crossed into a level that threatens your purpose. Some people in your family do not see you as God sees you. They do not honor your heart, your intention, or the divine assignment that rests on your shoulders. To them, you are familiar, and familiarity has blinded them to your calling. You have been chosen to rise higher, but their spirit resists the light within you. God is telling you to stop helping them because He has seen what you have not seen. He has heard conversations you were not present for. He has witnessed behaviors done behind your back. Heaven knows that your destiny is too important to be slowed by the hands of those who do not truly support you. That is why this divine warning is being released to you right now. The Most High has watched how you kept giving and giving, believing that your kindness would plant seeds of peace. You hoped that your patience would heal old wounds, and you prayed that your love would bring unity. Yet every time you extended your hand, something in your life grew heavier. Every time you sacrificed for them, your path seemed to slow down. Every time you tried to support them, you felt a strange sadness, as if your spirit knew something your emotions refused to accept. This is because some people in your family receive your help with their hands, but reject you with their heart. They welcome your support, not because they appreciate you, but because they benefit from your presence. And when God sees that your giving is draining your spiritual strength, instead of multiplying your blessings, He sends a warning to pull you back before the damage becomes permanent. Your destiny requires protection, and heaven will not allow you to waste your divine energy on people who do not value it. There are individuals in your family who claim to value you, but secretly envy your strength, your resilience, and your divine favor. They may smile at you, but their spirit turns cold the moment they see your progress. They may accept your help, but they do not want you to rise above them. And when God sees this, He issues a warning to protect you from further harm. Heaven is telling you to stop helping, not because you are wrong, but because they are not right. Your heart is pure, but their intentions are polluted by jealousy, insecurity, and unresolved pain. They cannot celebrate your elevation because your light exposes their shadows. Your progress reminds them of what they have failed to do with their own life. And though they may never speak these feelings out loud, the energy behind their actions reveals their true posture toward you. God knows the motives of every heart, and He will not allow the chosen one to be used, drained, or sabotaged by the very people who should have been a source of support. Chosen one, you must understand something crucial. Helping the wrong person, even if they share your blood, can become a spiritual doorway for warfare. When you help someone who secretly speaks against you, you create a spiritual imbalance. Your blessings leak into their bitterness. Your peace falls into their resentment. Your energy becomes food for their complaints, and the more you try to lift them, the more they pull you down. God is not telling you to stop helping because He wants you to be selfish. He is telling you to stop because some of the hands you are feeding are the same hands that would push you down if given the chance. Their spirit does not match your destiny, and their heart does not align with your purpose. God is protecting you from a form of spiritual sabotage that often disguises itself as family love. Not everyone who shares your blood shares your path. Not everyone who sits at your table should sit in your future. This is a truth many chosen ones learn only through pain, but God is sparing you from that pain through this warning. Many chosen ones carry a divine calling that places them in spiritual warfare long before they understand what is happening. You feel drained after speaking to certain family members, yet you ignore the feeling because you think it is your duty to keep giving. You feel anxious before going to certain gatherings, yet you force yourself to go because you want to keep peace. You feel a strange shift in the atmosphere when certain relatives walk into the room, yet you silence your intuition because you were taught to endure. But God is revealing to you that this heaviness is not emotional, it is spiritual. Your spirit reacts because their energy conflicts with your calling. Their presence disturbs your peace because their heart is not aligned with your purpose. They pull from you more than they pour into you, and heaven cannot allow you to remain connected to people who weaken your spiritual foundation. When God highlights these signs, it is not a suggestion. It is a divine instruction meant to protect your path. God has seen how you tried to heal people who do not want to be healed. He has witnessed how you attempted to unite people who benefit from division. He has watched how you poured your love into hearts that are cracked by jealousy and hardened by pain. And now He is stepping in because your destiny cannot afford to be slowed any longer. Some of the people you continue to help are spiritually opposing your growth, even if they do not realize it. Their words, their thoughts, and their emotions carry energy, and that energy interferes with your blessings. They speak negativity over your goals. They doubt your spiritual journey. They dismiss your divine experiences. And every time you help them, you empower their influence over your life. God is cutting these ties because He sees what you cannot see, and He knows what you do not know. He knows that your future requires strength, clarity, and spiritual separation. There are family members who want your presence, but not your progress. They want your support, but not your success. They want your time, but not your transformation. They want your money, your strength, and your compassion, but they do not want to see you become the person God intended you to be. When you help them, you are not sowing into good soil. You are sowing into ground that rejects your seed. And every time you give to them, you weaken something inside yourself that God is trying to strengthen. Chosen one, God is telling you to stop helping them because the next season of your life requires spiritual boundaries. You cannot carry everyone with you. You cannot save people who are committed to misunderstanding you. You cannot heal people who use your love as an advantage. The divine warning is not a punishment, it is protection. God is drawing a line because He wants to elevate you, and elevation requires separation. What you think is kindness may be opening doors for spiritual influence that works against you. God is closing those doors now so your spirit can finally breathe. This warning comes because God is preparing you for a breakthrough that requires clarity, focus, and purity of spirit. He does not want your blessings to be delayed by people who refuse to grow. He does not want your joy to be stolen by people who live in emotional chaos. He does not want your strength to be drained by people who refuse to take responsibility for their lives. God is telling you to step back so He can step in. You have done enough. You have given enough. You have tried enough. Now it is time for heaven to take over. God is also warning you because the spiritual realm is shifting around you. When God prepares to elevate a chosen one, the enemy often begins working through the people closest to them. Not through strangers, not through outsiders, but through familiar voices and familiar faces. This is why your spirit has been unsettled lately. This is why you have been feeling distant from certain relatives without understanding why. This is why their reactions have felt colder, sharper, or more dismissive than before. Heaven is exposing the truth so you can step into the next season with wisdom instead of confusion. Some people around you are not reacting to you, they are reacting to the light in you. That light makes them uncomfortable because it reveals the shadows they have tried to hide. God is urging you to see the truth with courage, not fear. He has been revealing signs in your dreams, in your emotions, and in the sudden shifts happening around you. These signs are not random. They are instructions wrapped in spiritual clarity. You have reached a point in your journey where your purpose requires deeper protection. Certain people in your family cannot walk with you because their spirit rejects the calling on your life. This rejection may not be spoken aloud, but it appears in their tone, their silence, and their attitude. God is strengthening your discernment so you can finally choose what protects your spirit and future now. The hidden actions behind your back. Chosen one, you need to understand something that heaven has been trying to reveal to you for a long time. The actions that are taking place behind your back are not small, accidental, or harmless. They carry spiritual weight, intentional energy, and hidden motives that your natural eyes cannot fully see. Some people in your family smile in front of you, but the moment you leave, their words turn sharp, heavy, and poisoned with jealousy. They talk about your progress as if it is a threat to them. They diminish your achievements because they do not want others to see the greatness God placed on you. These hidden conversations matter. There are relatives who pretend to support you, but behind closed doors, they question how you got blessed, how you survived storms that should have broken you, and how you continue to rise when everything around you said you should have fallen. They are bothered by the favor that surrounds you. They are unsettled by the strength you carry. They are irritated by the way God moves for you. And because they cannot stop what heaven is doing, they try to reduce your value with their words. They plant seeds of doubt into others so that people see you differently. Chosen one, some family members discuss your name with people who do not wish you well. They share your struggles, your mistakes, your private battles, and your moments of weakness with individuals who celebrate your pain. They talk as if you are not blood. They expose what should have been protected. They exaggerate your flaws and erase your victories. And while you are helping them, supporting them, or giving them resources, they are feeding negativity about you to those who would never want to see you rise. Their betrayal is quiet, but it is deep. There are people in your family who monitor your movements, your progress, and your blessings with curiosity that is not pure. They ask questions not because they care, but because they want to measure how far you've grown. They want to know who is connected to you, what doors are opening for you, and how quickly your life is shifting. This is not love. This is surveillance rooted in insecurity. They watch your steps so they can predict your next move, delay your progress, or speak negativity over what God is building in your life. Behind your back, some relatives speak against the very things you have been praying for. You ask God for peace, and they speak chaos over your name. You ask God for clarity, and they release confusion through their words. You ask God for elevation, and they release envy into the atmosphere. Your spirit feels it even when you cannot explain it. You sense heaviness after being around them because your soul recognizes the spiritual conflict happening behind the scenes. Their words create energy that pushes against your destiny. Chosen one. There are family members who secretly celebrate when you struggle. They may not show it in their expression, but their spirit rejoices when you face setbacks because it levels the emotional playing field for them. They cannot stand the idea of you rising too high. They cannot handle the speed of your progress. When you succeed, they grow silent. When you fail, they become talkative. This pattern is not accidental. It reveals the true posture of their heart toward you. Some relatives use your kindness as leverage in their private conversations. They act like you owe them something. They twist your generosity into a weakness. They make others believe that everything you do is not enough or somehow insincere. Meanwhile, you keep helping them with pure intention. You keep showing up, giving, listening, and supporting. Yet behind your back, they reduce your value and speak as if you are a burden instead of a blessing. They distort your character because your light exposes what they lack inside. There are individuals in your family who form silent alliances with people who dislike you. They bond over negativity. They unite through complaints and bitterness. They strengthen their connections by criticizing you. This is why God is warning you. Not everyone connected to your blood is connected to your purpose. Some of them have spiritually partnered with voices that speak against your calling, and when you help them, you unintentionally feed people who are connected to your enemies. Chosen one. Heaven has been watching the way certain relatives misrepresent your intentions. They tell others that you think you are better. They claim you have changed because God is blessing you. They twist your distance into arrogance when the truth is you have been protecting your peace. They misinterpret your silence, your boundaries, and your growth. Behind your back, they spread narratives that do not reflect who you truly are. And God will not allow these hidden attacks to continue influencing your destiny. This is why you feel spiritually exhausted around certain family members. This is why your spirit feels heavy even when no one has said anything directly to you. Your inner being senses what your ears have not heard. Heaven has seen every whisper, every twisted story, every jealous thought, and every quiet collaboration formed against you. God is exposing these hidden actions so you finally understand why He is telling you to stop helping them. The danger is not in what they show you. The danger is in what they hide from you. Chosen one. The hidden actions behind your back have created a spiritual fog around your path, and heaven is clearing it now. There are relatives who pretend they are proud of you, yet inside they feel threatened by your growth. They present themselves as caring, but their heart tightens every time God lifts you higher. They question why you are chosen when they feel more deserving. They wonder why your prayers reach heaven with such power. They question why your spirit stays strong despite battles that should have destroyed you. Their resentment grows in silence, and that silent resentment produces resistance. God is showing you these truths not to harden your heart, but to protect your destiny. When you keep helping people who carry hidden resentment, you give them access to parts of your life they should never touch. Their energy interferes with your blessings. Their envy creates shadows over your victories. Their frustration builds spiritual walls that block your peace. Heaven is revealing this now so you can step forward with wisdom and shield your spirit from those who cannot celebrate the grace resting upon you. Amen. The consequences of helping the wrong family member. Chosen one. You need to understand that when God warns you to stop helping a certain family member, it is not a small instruction. It is not a gentle suggestion. It is a spiritual alert meant to protect you from a level of damage you did not even know existed. Helping the wrong person carries consequences that reach into your peace, your purpose, your finances, your clarity, and even your physical strength. These consequences do not reveal themselves all at once. They show up piece by piece, moment by moment, until you look back and realize how much of yourself you have lost trying to save someone who was never willing to change. God sees this long before you do, and that is why He speaks with urgency. The first consequence is spiritual exhaustion. Helping the wrong family member drains your spirit faster than anything else. You may not notice it at first, You may simply feel a little tired, a little overwhelmed, or a little disconnected from your spiritual routine. But over time, your energy weakens, your motivation drops, your prayers feel heavier, your thoughts become foggy. This exhaustion is not coming from life itself. It is coming from giving your energy to someone who feeds off you without returning anything. Their spirit pulls from your strength, and your soul pays the price. This is why you feel weaker after supporting them, not stronger. Another consequence is the emotional weight that becomes attached to your life. When you help the wrong family member, you absorb their frustration, their irresponsibility, their bitterness, and their unresolved burdens. You become a container for their chaos, carrying emotions that are not yours. They argue with you, they accuse you, they complain even when you help. They twist your intention. They make you feel guilty for setting boundaries. Eventually you feel a heaviness that you cannot explain. This emotional burden clouds your peace and steals the joy God intended for you to walk in. There are financial consequences as well. When God blesses the chosen ones, He expects them to steward the blessing with wisdom. But when you help the wrong family member, you place your resources into hands that waste, misuse, or disrespect them. They expect more. They demand more. They treat your support as an endless obligation instead of a gift. Suddenly, your savings decrease. Unexpected expenses appear. Opportunities that should have flowed to you begin to slow down. These financial blockages are not random. They are the consequences of sowing into soil that cannot produce a harvest. When you give outside of God's instruction, you disrupt the flow heaven prepared for your life. Chosen. One another consequence appears in your relationships. Helping the wrong family member creates tension with other relatives. Some become jealous. Some become entitled. Some begin to expect the same level of support even when they do not contribute anything to your well-being. Suddenly, you find yourself being pulled in multiple directions, trying to manage everyone's emotions. This creates unnecessary conflict that confuses your purpose and distracts your focus. God never designed for you to live in constant relational strain, but helping the wrong person places you in the center of problems that were never yours to solve. A deeper consequence is the spiritual interference that enters your life. When you help someone whose spirit is not aligned with God, you allow their energy to mix with your atmosphere. Their doubts weaken your faith. Their negativity affects your mindset. Their spiritual instability interrupts your clarity. You may feel distant from God without knowing why. You may feel less sensitive to divine instruction. You may find it harder to pray or harder to meditate. This is not because you are backsliding. It is because you are spiritually contaminated by the presence of someone who carries confusion, fear, or darkness that clashes with your calling. Helping the wrong family member also creates delays in your destiny. Every chosen one has a divine timeline, and when you attach yourself to someone God has already separated you from, you slow your own pace. You may feel stuck. You may feel like nothing is moving. You may feel like you are repeating the same seasons over and over again. These delays are not because God is unfaithful. They are because you are carrying someone who is not meant to journey with you. Their weight becomes your limitation. Their stagnation becomes your slowdown. God cannot elevate you while you are tied to someone who refuses to rise. Another consequence is the loss of divine opportunities. When you give too much attention to the wrong person, you miss the open doors God placed in front of you. You miss the call, the idea, the connection, or the chance that could have shifted your entire life. Your focus becomes divided. Your mind becomes overwhelmed. Your heart becomes occupied with someone who drains instead of strengthens. The opportunities that require clarity slip away because you are too exhausted to notice them. The blessings meant for your hands pass you by because you are too busy trying to fix someone who does not even want to be healed. Chosen one. One of the most dangerous consequences is that helping the wrong family member can harden your heart. Constant disrespect, misuse, and emotional manipulation begins to change how you see love, trust, and connection. You become guarded, you become cautious, you become distant. These emotional walls may protect you, but they also make it harder for you to receive the right people God is preparing. God does not want your heart damaged. He wants it healed. That is why He warns you before the damage becomes deep. There is also the consequence of spiritual warfare. Some family members carry attachments, habits, and mental patterns that bring darkness into your environment. When you help them repeatedly, you unknowingly connect yourself to the battles they refuse to fight. Their spiritual issues become your spiritual battles. Their generational struggles begin to show up in your life. Their patterns begin to influence your emotions. You start experiencing attacks that were never meant for you because you open doors through compassion instead of discernment. God is not trying to make you cold, He is trying to keep you safe. Another consequence appears in your self-worth. Helping the wrong family member makes you feel unseen and unappreciated. You begin to question whether your kindness matters. You begin to doubt whether you are valued. You begin to feel invisible in relationships where you give everything and receive nothing. These emotional wounds can weaken your confidence and silence your voice. God does not want you to live with a wounded identity. He wants you to know your worth. But helping the wrong person can make you forget the power within you. Chosen one. The final consequence is misalignment with God's will. When you help someone God told you to step away from, you place yourself outside of His divine protection. You interfere with the lessons they need to learn. You interrupt the growth they must experience. You block the transformation God is trying to bring into their life. You get in the way of heaven's process, and when you stand in the wrong place, the enemy finds a doorway to attach trouble to your life. This misalignment is dangerous, and God is warning you so you can return to the path He prepared for you. Chosen one. Heaven is revealing these consequences because your destiny cannot afford unnecessary loss any longer. God wants you to protect your spirit, your peace, your resources, and your calling. When He tells you to stop helping certain family members, it is not rejection, it is protection. Not punishment, but preservation. God knows what you cannot see. He understands what you cannot discern, and He is guiding you into a future that requires strength, clarity, and obedience. The spiritual signs that God is telling you to stop. Chosen one, when God begins to pull you away from certain family members, He does not do it suddenly without warning. Heaven always speaks before separation. The Most High sends signs through your spirit, through your emotions, through your dreams, and through the shifting atmosphere around you. These signs are not random. They are divine signals designed to protect your calling and redirect your loyalty back to where it belongs. When you begin to notice these signs, it is important to pay attention because ignoring them leads to spiritual consequences that God never wanted you to experience. The signs come quietly at first, then stronger, then undeniable, until you can no longer pretend you don't see what heaven has been showing you. The first sign is a sudden heaviness in your spirit whenever you are around a certain family member. You may not have words for it, but you feel a shift in your chest, a tightening in your atmosphere, a discomfort that does not match the situation. You sense a spiritual clash, as if your energy and their energy cannot remain in the same place for long. This heaviness is not judgment, it is revelation. It is your spirit alerting you that their presence disturbs your peace. The peace God gives you is pure, steady, and clear. But when someone carries energy that opposes your calling, your spirit reacts like an alarm. The discomfort is God's way of showing you that this person should not have close access to your heart anymore. Another sign is emotional exhaustion. When God is telling you to stop helping someone, you will notice that interacting with them leaves you drained rather than strengthened. You try to uplift them, but it feels like your words fall into empty space. You try to support them, but you receive criticism instead of gratitude. Their presence becomes a burden you cannot carry. Even small conversations become heavy, and simple moments become stressful. This exhaustion is not weakness. It is a sign that your spirit is fighting against an atmosphere that does not belong to you. God uses emotional heaviness to show you that you are pouring into a vessel that refuses to hold what you give. Chosen one. Another powerful sign appears in your dreams. When God wants you to step back from a certain relative, he often sends symbolic warnings during the night. You may see yourself walking away from someone. You may dream of closed doors, distant voices, or repeated moments where your spirit tells you to withdraw. Sometimes you may dream of conflict, betrayal, or a strange presence surrounding that person. Dreams reveal what spirits hide. When heaven uses dreams to warn you, it is because your natural mind is ignoring the signs. Your spirit sees what your eyes refuse to see. These dream warnings become more consistent until you acknowledge the message. The next sign is repeated disappointment. Every time you try to help this family member, something goes wrong. You either get misunderstood, taken advantage of, or disrespected. No matter how much love you give, they return confusion. No matter how much support you offer, they return frustration. This pattern is not accidental. God allows the disappointment to become clear so you no longer attach yourself to a connection that brings spiritual injury. When disappointment repeats itself, it is heaven revealing that your help is not producing fruit. God is telling you that your assignment in their life has ended. There is another sign, subtle but powerful. You begin to feel a sudden lack of peace when you think about supporting them again. Even before you speak to them, your spirit grows uneasy. You hesitate, you feel tension, you feel a quiet voice inside saying, "Don't do this." That hesitation is not fear, it is discernment. It is God protecting you from a situation that will drain your strength or harm your destiny. Peace is the language of God. Disturbance is the warning of God. When your peace disappears, heaven is telling you to walk away. Chosen one, another sign is that you begin to see their true nature through small actions. They may make comments that reveal jealousy. They may dismiss your success. They may avoid celebrating your blessings. They may shift their tone when you speak about your spiritual growth. These small signs reveal the spiritual posture of their heart. God allows these moments to expose the truth you tried to ignore. When someone cannot rejoice in what God is doing in your life, they cannot walk with you into the future God is preparing. A major sign is the sudden rise of conflict. When God wants you to move away from a certain family member, you may notice arguments, misunderstandings, or tension increasing without reason. Their words may become sharper, their tone may become colder, their attitude may become unpredictable. These conflicts are not random. They are manifestations of the spiritual clash between your divine identity and their inner resistance to your growth. When God elevates you, some people become offended by your obedience. Conflict becomes the indicator that your season with them is ending. Another sign comes through isolation. You begin to feel detached from them emotionally, spiritually, or mentally. You feel less comfortable sharing your plans. You feel less inspired to support them. You feel a growing distance that you cannot explain. This is not neglect. This is spiritual protection. God begins separating your heart before he separates your life. The distance you feel is heaven pulling you away from connections that can no longer go where he is taking you. When your spirit disconnects from someone before your mind does, it is a sign that God is preparing you for a new season. Chosen one. Sometimes God sends signs through sudden setbacks. Every time you help this person, something in your own life goes wrong. Your money decreases, your energy drops, your peace gets disrupted, your plans become delayed. This is not a coincidence. It is a sign that the spiritual exchange between you and that person is harmful. When helping someone consistently triggers loss, it means your spirit is giving more than it should. God allows setbacks to reveal that your support is spiritually expensive and dangerously costly. A strong sign is the increase of spiritual sensitivity. You begin to sense things you cannot explain. You may feel something is off when they speak. You may feel a spiritual resistance when they call. You may feel uncomfortable when they ask for help. This sensitivity is not paranoia. It is discernment awakening. God is sharpening your spiritual senses so you can see beyond kindness, beyond emotion, and beyond obligation. When your discernment elevates, heaven is guiding you to walk in wisdom. There is also the sign of internal conviction. You begin to feel guilty not for stepping back, but for continuing to help. You feel like you are disobeying God every time you give. You feel like you are betraying your own spirit by staying connected. This internal conviction is heaven telling you that obedience is more important than loyalty. God is reminding you that you are chosen, not enslaved to family patterns. Chosen. One another sign is that God begins replacing the role you played in their life. Suddenly, someone else steps in to help them. Another person begins supporting them. New connections form around them. This is God's way of removing your responsibility. When God no longer requires you to carry someone, He sends replacements so you can walk into your new assignment without guilt or fear. And finally, the strongest sign appears when God removes the desire from your heart. You no longer feel obligated to help. You no longer feel connected. You no longer feel responsible. What once pulled you emotionally no longer moves your spirit. This is heaven completing the separation. When God removes the desire, the assignment is finished. Chosen one. These signs are not random. They are divine communication. They are heaven's language. And when God sends these spiritual signs, it is because your destiny is entering a new level where peace, clarity, and obedience are essential. Listen to the signs. Honor the signs. They are protection for your purpose and preparation for your future. Family is not always spiritual family, the divine separation. Chosen one of the most misunderstood truths in a spiritual journey is the difference between physical family and spiritual family. Many people assume that because someone shares their blood, they automatically share their heart, their spirit, and their destiny. But heaven does not operate through DNA alone. God does not choose people based on genetics. He chooses based on purpose, purity, obedience, and spiritual alignment. Your spiritual family is not built on biology. It is built on destiny, and destiny often separates you from those you grew up with, those you trusted, and those you once believed would walk with you through every season of your life. There are moments when God reveals that certain relatives cannot go where He is taking you. This revelation is painful because we naturally expect family to support us, cheer for us, and stand with us. But when God starts elevating a chosen one, the separation becomes unavoidable. Some family members will not understand your growth. They will not recognize your calling. They will not accept your transformation. They will cling to the older version of you because that version made them comfortable. The new version, the anointed version, the awakened version, threatens the spiritual imbalance inside them. This is why God separates you. Chosen one. There is a purpose behind this divine separation. You are not being isolated to punish you. You are being isolated to preserve you. God knows that certain family connections carry generational patterns that oppose your calling. There are cycles of jealousy, cycles of anger, cycles of poverty, cycles of manipulation, cycles of spiritual blindness that run through a family line. And when God chooses someone, He does not select them to continue the pattern. He selects them to break it. But breaking a generational pattern requires distance from those who still operate in it. If you stay too connected, the pattern pulls you back. So God, in His infinite wisdom, separates you from familiar voices so He can rewire your identity. Another reason for divine separation is spiritual compatibility. Not everyone around you is on the same spiritual frequency. Some relatives operate in fear while you operate in faith. Some cling to the past while you walk toward the future. Some rely on their emotions while you rely on God's instruction. Some worship tradition while you follow revelation. These differences create spiritual friction. When two spirits do not align, they cannot walk together. They cannot build together. They cannot grow together. God will not allow a chosen one to remain attached to people who weaken their spiritual strength. He separates you so your spirit can rise without interference. Chosen one. Sometimes family members become spiritually dangerous without even knowing it. Their insecurities collide with your purpose. Their jealousy rises against your blessings. Their fear resists your elevation. Their bitterness rejects your transformation. And though they may not speak it aloud, their energy speaks clearly. God sees the whispers of the heart. He sees motives. He sees hidden resentment. He sees silent competition. He sees the resistance that your spirit senses but cannot fully describe. When God sees this, He separates to protect. Divine separation also happens because your mission requires clarity. Some family members cannot understand the voice that leads you. They do not understand why you pray the way you do. They do not understand why you pull away from drama. They do not understand why you protect your peace. They do not understand why you refuse to engage in arguments, gossip, or emotional chaos. They want you to act like your old self because your old self did not convict them. But your new self exposes spiritual truths they do not want to face. To fulfill your assignment, God must remove the voices that confuse your direction. Chosen. One another aspect of divine separation is preparation. God often isolates a chosen one before a major breakthrough. You may feel lonely, you may feel misunderstood, you may feel detached from everyone around you, but this is not loneliness, it is preparation. God is strengthening you. He is pruning your relationships. He is cleaning your spiritual environment. He is teaching you how to hear His voice clearly. He is building new levels of discernment. He is preparing you for a destiny that requires independence, authority, and spiritual maturity. Family cannot speak into this season because their voice would interfere with your training. So God places you in a spiritual separation where He becomes your main teacher. Divine separation also reveals who truly belongs in your life. When God removes certain family members from your inner circle, He replaces them with people who carry the same spiritual fire, the same divine direction, and the same hunger for God. These individuals may not share your blood, but they share your purpose. They pray for you instead of praying against you. They uplift your spirit instead of draining it. They celebrate your blessings instead of resenting them. They walk with you in truth instead of jealousy. This is your spiritual family. These are the ones assigned to your journey. Chosen one. You must also understand that divine separation is not always physical. Sometimes God separates your heart before He separates your environment. You may still see the person, but you no longer feel spiritually connected. You no longer feel obligated to explain yourself. You no longer feel responsible for their emotions. You no longer feel pulled into their chaos. That emotional detachment is God shifting your spirit into a higher level of discernment. Spiritual separation always happens before physical separation. There is also the separation of identity. Family often defines you based on who you used to be. They remember the version of you that struggled, doubted, feared, and broke easily. They do not see the anointed version God is raising now. They may reject your growth because your elevation threatens their comfort zone. But God is shaping your identity according to His purpose, not according to your family's memory. This identity shift requires separation so you can embrace who God says you are without being pulled backward by who people think you are. Chosen one. Divine separation is one of the highest forms of protection. God removes people not because you are unloving, but because your calling is too precious. He removes people not because you are better, but because your destiny is higher. He removes people not because you are cold, but because your purpose requires purity. Family may share your blood, but they do not always share your assignment. And when your assignment is threatened, heaven steps in. How God will elevate you after this separation. Chosen one, when God instructs you to separate from certain family members, it is never to leave you empty or alone. Divine separation is always followed by divine elevation. God never removes without replacing. He never subtracts without multiplying. He never closes a door without preparing a greater one. When heaven disconnects you from people who drain you, misunderstand you, or rise against you, it is because your next season requires a higher level of clarity, strength, and spiritual positioning. After the pain of separation comes the rise of a new life, shaped by God's own hand. One of the first ways God elevates you is by restoring your spiritual clarity. The confusion you felt, the heaviness you carried, and the emotional fog that clouded your decisions begin to lift. Suddenly you can think again, you can breathe again, your prayers feel sharper, your mind becomes calm, your spirit becomes steady. Without the negative energy and hidden resistance of certain family members, your discernment intensifies. You begin to hear God's voice without interference. You begin to understand instructions that once felt blurry. This spiritual clarity becomes the foundation of your elevation, because God cannot elevate someone who cannot hear him clearly. Chosen one. The next elevation comes through peace. Real, deep, indescribable peace. The kind of peace that settles in your heart even when life is not perfect. The kind of peace that lets you sleep without tension. The kind of peace that allows your mind to rest. This peace arrives not because everything around you changed, but because God removed the spiritual noise that once surrounded you. Peace is one of God's greatest gifts to the chosen ones, and after separation, He restores it so your spirit can finally recover from the battles you endured silently. Peace is not just a feeling, it is elevation in disguise. After peace comes strength. When God pulls you away from those who weakened your spirit, your inner strength begins to grow rapidly. You feel lighter, you feel more confident, you feel more grounded. Your spiritual foundation becomes firmer because you are no longer pouring your energy into people who consume without giving. This strength manifests in your decisions, your boundaries, and your voice. You begin to speak with authority. You begin to walk with purpose. You begin to stand firm in your identity. God elevates you by strengthening every part of you that was once drained by those who did not appreciate your presence. Chosen one another, powerful elevation comes in the form of restored blessings. There are blessings that were delayed, blocked, or slowed down because your energy was attached to people who were not meant to receive from your life. When God removes them, the flow of favor increases. Suddenly, doors open that once remained shut. Opportunities you forgot about return with fresh favor. Resources appear unexpectedly. Connections form effortlessly. These blessings were always yours. They were simply waiting for the spiritual interference to be removed. After the separation, God accelerates what was paused and restores what was stolen. Another way God elevates you is by bringing the right people into your life. People who support your growth. People who speak life into your spirit. People who celebrate your blessings instead of envying them. People who appreciate your presence and understand your calling. These people may not share your blood, but they share your destiny. They are part of your spiritual family, the ones heaven assigned to your journey. They help you rise, not fall. They bring clarity, not confusion. They uplift you, not drain you. God elevates you by surrounding you with those who carry light, love, and alignment. Chosen one elevation also comes through increased wisdom. When God removes certain family members, He teaches you powerful lessons about discernment, boundaries, and self-worth. You begin to recognize who deserves access to your heart. You learn how to identify spiritual motives behind people's behavior. You learn how to protect your energy and guard your peace. This wisdom becomes a spiritual weapon. It strengthens you for future seasons and ensures you do not fall back into old patterns. God elevates you by making you wiser, sharper, and more spiritually mature. Another elevation is emotional stability. When you are no longer dealing with manipulation, entitlement, jealousy, or hidden resentment, your emotions begin to heal. You stop second-guessing yourself. You stop feeling guilty for protecting your peace. You stop carrying the emotional weight of others. God stabilizes your heart so you can focus on your calling without being pulled into unnecessary emotional storms. Emotional stability is a sign that God has completed a deep inner work in you. Chosen one. God also elevates your purpose. When the wrong people are removed, your spiritual assignment becomes clearer. You begin walking in your calling with new confidence. You begin using your gifts without hesitation. You begin stepping into opportunities you once feared. The purpose that was buried under family expectations and emotional burdens begins to rise. God lights the path ahead of you so you can fulfill the mission He designed specifically for your life. This elevation brings direction, clarity, and supernatural alignment. Another elevation comes in the form of renewed protection. When you stop helping those God warned you about, the spiritual attacks connected to them lose their access to your life. The pressure decreases. The warfare weakens. The confusion lifts. God covers you with a stronger shield because you are finally walking in obedience. The enemy cannot operate freely in the life of someone who is aligned with heavenly instruction. Divine protection increases the moment you step away from spiritually unsafe connections. Chosen one. God also elevates your confidence. You begin to trust yourself again. You begin to trust your discernment. You begin to trust the voice of God within you. The separation teaches you that you are not weak for letting go. You are wise for obeying. Your confidence rises because you finally understand that your value does not come from family approval, but from divine identity. This renewed confidence shapes how you speak, how you walk, and how you show up in the world. Another form of elevation is the return of joy. True joy. The kind you thought you lost. The kind that comes from freedom, not obligation. The kind that flows naturally, not forced. When the wrong family members are removed from your inner circle, joy returns because your spirit is no longer battling energy that conflicts with your destiny. You feel lighter again. You feel grateful again. You feel alive again. Finally, chosen one, God elevates your entire future. The separation was not punishment, it was preparation. God is positioning you for a life that reflects His glory, a life of peace, abundance, clarity, and purpose, a life where you walk boldly in your calling without being held back by those who were never meant to understand your path. After separation comes elevation, and after elevation comes fulfillment. Conclusion. A final warning to the chosen one. Chosen one, you have reached the end of this message, and if your spirit is still here, it means heaven needed you to hear every word. This was not a casual teaching or a simple reminder. This was a divine warning meant to shift the direction of your life. God has shown you why certain family members cannot walk with you, why their presence disrupts your peace, and why their access to your life must be limited. You are not being unloving. You are being obedient. You are not walking away from responsibility. You are walking toward destiny. Everything God revealed in this message is meant to protect your calling. You carry an assignment that requires clarity. You carry a purpose that demands spiritual purity. You carry a future that cannot be delayed by emotional obligations or manipulated by unhealthy connections. The Most High is telling you to guard your spirit, guard your peace, and guard your elevation. The separation may feel painful, but the danger of staying attached would be far greater. Chosen one. This is the moment to stand firm. Obey what God is showing you. Trust the signs. Trust the shift. Trust the divine protection covering your life. And before you go, speak your spiritual agreement in the comments. Comment only one number, either 777 or 333 or 999 or 444, and let heaven see that you received this message with understanding. Make sure you subscribe to Spirit Guide, tap the bell icon, and share this message so other chosen ones can receive the clarity heaven is releasing. Your journey is sacred, your purpose is divine, and your future is in God's hands.